What is art? There has and always will continue to be debates on what art is and isn't. Art can be described from a visual object or to an experience created through an expression of skill or imagination. Throughout my personal experiences, I have created a wide variety of art pieces that have included acrylic paintings, pen and ink drawings, watercolor, oil pastels, chalk, ceramics, and just plain pencil. The art pieces I created in high school received plenty of praise from not only my art teacher, but other students as well. To this day, when I create art, I have many friends and family that express admiration for them, or I have people requesting or willing to pay me if I created a piece of art for them. Art has been proven to reduce stress by promoting mindfulness, by focusing on the present moment and what you're creating. This then allows people to enter the flow state of mind and be in zone with yourself while doing art. It allows people to express their feelings and memories in a way words can't, which also improves communication skills to foster that self-expression. Now, I'm going to show you one of my personal favorite ways of creating art, and that's through an acrylic painting. By the end, if you choose to follow along and create one yourself, you'll have a feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction. To do so, I will be showing you the materials you will need to make your painting, how to set up your area so that you're feeling comfortable and you're able to access everything easily, and ideas I recommend to help you choose a piece of art if you want to create one in the future. First, we are going to make a list of supplies we need to complete the painting we are doing today. I personally like to get a lot of my items from Walmart because they have plenty of different options and a variety of things to choose from. You can also go to the dollar store or Dollar General if you're on a budget. This is the painting I'm going to be creating today. I've already gone out and got all the supplies I needed, or I already had them here at home. This is approximately an 8x10 canvas, a little bigger, I'm assuming. Some brushes. The colors I'm going to need. Here's yellow, a red, a light blue, a brown, orange, white, and black. You can never go wrong with getting the two big bottles of white and black because these can be used to mix plenty of different colors you might need throughout a painting you are doing. I also have a cup of water here and a paper towel off to the side to clean off my brushes as needed when switching colors, because after you clean the color off, you kind of want to dab the watery brush on this paper towel so then your color isn't watery as you're trying to paint on your canvas, because then it could also still have the old color you were using mixed in with the new, and it's just not going to be pretty. I also just threw on a generic shirt that I didn't have any crazy emotional attachment to so that I don't fret if any paint gets on it. And last but not least, I already have a clean pink paint palette. I am going to squeeze some of the colors I am going to use onto it. I first like to start out by drawing with a pencil. I like mechanical pencil because it's a thinner pencil lead and I seem to get a little more detail out of it rather than a regular pencil. I'm going to draw what I personally need as a guide for where and what I'm going to be painting. For example, I know I'm going to draw out the trees, their branches, the outline of the sidewalk, the lines for where the sky and the sidewalk meet, so that I remember that those are two different significant areas of my painting where the colors are going to be meeting. The method I just told you about is one I have done myself for a long time now, and I have become comfortable with it. You, over time, yourself might find something else that works for you, and that's completely okay. If you're one of those people that tend to struggle with freehand drawing, there is another way you can go about it to really help you. First, you would take a ruler and draw, I believe it's a 1" by 1" grid on your reference photo. I didn't print mine out because I'm going to be using the picture on my tablet for this painting. And then you're going to draw that same 1" by 1" grid on your canvas. This helps you so that you can look at your reference photo and see in box 1 what part of the painting you'll need to draw in box 1 on your blank canvas. I believe you could search up on the internet the specific measurements, because you know you're going to have an 8 by 10 reference photo and your canvas is going to be way bigger than that. So there's measurements I think that you could search up to help you know exactly how to draw that grid on your canvases. So I'm going to draw what I need and quickly fast forward through that part. Now that I'm done drawing, I'm going to get all the colors that I need ready to go on my paint palette and dive right in. I'm going to start with getting the colors of the landscape done first, which is the sky, the sidewalk, and the leaves on the side. And then after that, I'm going to go through and draw the trees and their branches, because you'll find if you were to paint the trees first before your landscape that you're going to be trying to paint your landscape in between one tree to the other, and you are going to find it a hard time not trying to ruin that straight line work or whatever you did of the tree. So it's just best to get that big background landscape done first and then do your tiny detail. If you run into your painting looking streaky, don't fret, as it may take at least 2 coats of paint on your canvas to go away. So I'm going to dive in and paint my landscape and background. I will also fast forward through that part a little bit. Shake, 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 shake it off, shake it off.
One eternity later.
So here's me starting off painting the sky with the darkest blue I currently had on my palette. You will see that I then grab a darker blue because compared to the picture, the top of the sky was darker. So I started adding that in, trying to blend it. I then started dabbing the darker blue along the top to make it even darker to match the photo. There's me cleaning off the brush because I'm switching from a drastic, very dark blue to a lighter blue. So I'm trying to blend it in there. And as you watch this, I realized myself doing a full streak, a full line with my paintbrush down the canvas helped it blend better rather than trying to dab it along the between the 2 colors, if that makes sense. It doesn't look well. It looks very harsh in a sense. There I am, clean off my brush again. I then grab the white because where the sidewalk is meeting the sky in the middle there, it's a little white, a little brighter. So I started dabbing the white and doing full streaks with that to get that effect going in there. I am now going in with the brown on the sidewalk there. I do add a little bit of black to darken it a little bit to try and match the brown on the photo there. I also suggest doing the full strokes with your brush. I think I used the word streak earlier, but it is a full stroke to make it look more blended, because if you did a half stroke, it would make it look that streaky look and harsh, so it's better to do the full stroke. I am then adding black on the sides, the edges of the sidewalk there, and trying to blend that out as it looks in the picture. I then start going in with white to give the effect of highlights on the sidewalk as if like the sun is shining in on it, and it highlights it a little more in some spots there. And I think I do add a little white with the brown to not make the white as harsh on the brown, so it blends out better into a better blended brown, a lighter brown on the sidewalk. I am now dabbing the orange, red, and yellow on my brush and just painting it on the canvas. At the top where the sky and the leaves on the side meet there, I kind of dab on that harsh line so it doesn't look so harsh as you are painting it, and it makes it look better. But I do suggest dabbing a little red, orange, and yellow on your brush and painting it full strokes like that with your brush. I went through here and already pre-drew my trees. I added black and then some white and did little squiggly full streaks to blend them into that little gray, and it added a little more dimension detail to it. I went through with a small brush and added black and did a hard streak to a small streak to create those branches. You can be as creative as you want there. I went through with red and dabbed that on top of the orange to create those leaves, and add some on the sidewalks to add a little detail and dimension. I then went through with yellow and started adding that on top of the red and orange to add more of those fall colors and the leaf effect. I then went through and started dabbing the red for the leaves, and then a orange with some white in it so it wasn't just a harsh orange, and then yellow with white at the end to create those fall leaves on top of the trees.
We are practically all finished with our painting now, so go ahead and add whatever touches and details you feel necessary to finish it. I added a little more black paint in between the leaves on the sidewalk here and under them to add a little more detail, make them pop a little bit more. The last things I personally like to do is paint the sides of my canvas black. You can see I did that here. It's a little glossy because I just finished it. And I like to add my signature down here in the left corner. I mean, you could do the right corner if you wanted, doesn't really matter. It has been a wonderful time getting to show you all how to do an acrylic painting and what supplies to get, how to set up a comfortable area, and the tips and tricks I recommend on using when completing a painting. I hope you all continue to allow yourself to open your mind and really get in that artistic zone when doing a painting, pencil drawing, or pen and ink, charcoal, oil pastels, and many more. And remember the type of positive feelings and experiences you had throughout this video. And this is what the finished painting looked like. Thank you all for watching.